will be lined up before the end of the group stage. Now, for the two FIFA playoff tournament placeholders, in order to comply with FIFA's general principle to ensure that no group has more than one team from the same confederation drawn into it, the confederation constraint will be applied to all three teams within each pathway of the two FIFA playoff tournament placeholders in Pot 4. While the draw will determine which teams play each other in the group, the updated match schedule, including the stadium assigned to each match and the respective kickoff times, will be confirmed on Saturday, December 6, 2025. And FIFA says the match allocation process that follows the draw aims to ensure that the best possible conditions for all teams were possible, enabling fans all over the world to watch their teams play live across different zones. So we are close to the draw. And tomorrow, Ghana would know their opponents. Ghana and other countries will know their opponents as far as this World Cup draw is concerned. Well, give me a call. 0542 571061. 0542 571061. You can talk about the World Cup draw and your possible prediction, which teams you want to see Ghana drawn against. And then you can talk about the English Premier League. Chelsea were beaten yesterday. Liverpool were held by Sunderland. You can talk about the English Premier League. You can talk about the Spanish La Liga. But most importantly, we want you to tell us about your prediction for tomorrow's draw. Which group do you want to see Ghana in? Which teams do you want to see Ghana play at next year's World Cup? Give us a call, 0542 571061, 0542 571061, or 030 279 4805. Let me get onto the lines. Good morning to you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
Ray, this is Otunfo.
Otunfo, let's hear you this morning.
Ray, today I'm calling you from Labadi. Ray, Charlie. And so my tactical brain, it only works when they come to big games. So, Charlie, someone necessary rotation, baby. So this man, if you get him at the job, if you say for more do rotations.
If he has a big squad, why not?
Oh, come on, Charlie, which kind of big squad? He's talking about that. Okay. Oh, kind. Charlie. Maybe they had a believe about. Now me and Kevin on the same frequency. Me so I know they believe him again. Like the way Kevin know they believe Ateta. Yeah. But Ray, come on. You don't do this. You don't do this to fans and then expect him to go take this lightly because you have how would you play three centre back in a system where Malo Gusto and James won't be available. Then you play Saloba for right back. So what your system makes us understand that your fullbacks will be inverting along the line and look at Charlie. Franzo has started we out yesterday, but Charlie, this is what it is.
Right.
So if we had be today where my head kind of would kill me because we have died for football inside so many years ago. And also the Black Star prediction, no. When you are the home of the France,
okay.
Home of the France, then the Norway then maybe the Sanquas now they want the stronger Sanquas because you be the best to become the best. If you really want to be the best, if you feel you are who you are, beat you are better team than we are there. You understand? So me, no mercy for Ghana, no mercy. I beg.
Right.
No mercy. We for work hard and achieve whatever we want to achieve.
Thank you very much. Sure. Thank you very much, Otunfo, for joining us on the show. You can give us a call 0542 571061, 0302 794805. Good morning to you. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Hello, Raymond. Good morning.
Morning.
This is young Stargo calling from China.
Stargo, let's hear you.
Yeah. Yesterday was a really nice watching Chelsea lose and Liverpool draw, still dropping points. That was a great night. Yeah. And about Ghana's group. Yeah, honestly, I would like us because of the way our form and we not having to play in the AFCON to test our players and all that. Honestly, if we go meet these big teams, it's going to be embarrassing, just like the Zaire 1974.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I would like us to meet Canada in the pot one, Canada in the pot two. I saw. Please, can you the pot two? Which team? I saw Australia. Australia is in pot two,
Yeah,
right?
Australia is in pot 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Australia pot 2 and pot 3. I saw Panama too, right?
Yeah, Panama is there.
Yeah. So yeah, if we get this pool, we can do something. At least if we win one and we draw one set, maybe we can finish as best third or something, then we qualify. So yeah, that would be my suggestion for Ghana's group. Yeah,
We'll see if your predictions come true. Later tomorrow.
And sorry, and please about the F1.
Yes.
It's like honestly, I've been waiting for you, like for your show, but it's been out for some while now, right?
Yeah. You'll get F1 back. You get Sporty F1 back.
Okay. From tomorrow is the Qatar Grand Prix, right? From tomorrow
the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Abu Dhabi, yeah. Please, you push come and analyze it for us.
Right. Sure.
Okay. So yeah, have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Thank you very much for your time. 0542571061 0302794805. Good morning. Your name and where you are calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Gonzo. I'm calling from Chinebro.
Right. Hey, which area is that?
Yeah, it's around Pepa area there.
Oh wow. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Come again?
Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Thank you, boss. Thank you.
The voice of sports.
What do you have for us today?
I was thinking Chelsea would be better contenders for the 2025-2026 keep your challenge. But looking at the super performance shown, I don't think they are in the title race. I don't think they are in the title race. And then I want Ghana to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
I want Ghana to win the World Cup.
You want Ghana to win the World Cup?
Yeah. Ghana is going to win the World Cup. So if we can get a very good crew, we'll be able to, maneuver our way and then beat, let's say, England or France the finals, and then bring the cup home. Yeah. So this is my suggestion. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. And our greetings to all the people in Bekwai.
All right.
Keep your calls coming. 0542571061 0542571061. Good morning to you. Your name and where you are calling us from.
Mr. Raymond.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm great. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Happy New Year to you guys.
Thank you. Same to you.
This is Emmanuel.
Right, Emmanuel, let's hear you.
So wait, Mr. Raymond. I can't think far. The team that is underrated, and it's underrating another team.
Sporty FM.
You know I'm going right.
I know where you're going.
Hey, what is this? Hey, gonna be there. Hey,
what's your prediction?
Oh, I think we'll get England in our group.
Pardon?
I think we'll get England in our group.
Okay, England. That's
we'll get England.
One.
Australia.
Pot 2.
Then we'll get Norway.
Okay.
Me. That's what God has revealed to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure that we'll get England. I'm sure that we'll get England.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
After, yes, we will not get rest.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We will not get
We'll see.
Charlie, have a good morning.
Have a good morning, Emmanuel. And thanks for joining us on the show this morning. 0542571061, 0542571061. Right after the phone-in segment, I would quickly head straight to Washington. We'll be speaking to a man on the ground, Emmanuel Ayamga and Gary L. Smith. They would be bringing us live updates from Washington, the JFK Center for Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning, Mr. Ray.
Good morning.
My name is Raymond, calling from
Right, let's hear you.
You see, as for Chelsea, when I was working with him, I was very happy with what they did. I really said they did Barcelona to from the win the league and go in for the champions. So we wait to see. And for the draw, I think that I'll get Australia, Norway. Yeah.
This is Sporty FM.
I thought our FBC claim that we have a good start to compete.
Wow. That's a tough group you won there.
You should give us I will beat them. There is no way they are able to beat them. I think give them
Right. Thank you very much for joining us on the show this morning. It's been a pleasure having you. Keep your calls coming. 0542571061, 0542571061, or 0302794805. I think I'll pick two more calls, and right after that, we head straight into Washington, D.C. And in-house, we have some interesting predictions. I'll take you to what everybody has brought out. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, good morning, Ray. This is Anubil.
Anubil, let's hear you.
Yes, sir. Good. I want to tell Maresca that the league is a marathon game. He shouldn't use all his tactics to play only 2 matches and then go back to default. Okay, that's what they have done. They use all their tactics, their energy to play Barca and Arsenal. And yesterday, look at what they are doing. Very shameful. We, the Gunners, there, we are gradually moving on. We are not saying we are winning. No. We wish everybody is predicting that this year should be our year. And we are also working towards that. We haven't said anything. We are just moving slowly. Concerning the World Cup draw, my brother, my prediction or my whatever, I don't think it will change anything for that one.
Oh, of course.
Looking at the way our FA people, some of this current FA people don't give la about FIFA ranking, that is where we will be. They don't care about FIFA ranking, and that is what has put us in that top 4 with low-ranked teams. So now that we are there, what can we wish for? We can only wish for big teams to come our way. That is what will come. And we should be ready to face them as it is. And on my local team, Accra Hasso Folk, Ebe Hasso Folk. Hasso Folk, what's up? It's too bad. Hey, have a good morning.
Have a good morning, Anubil, and thanks for joining us on the line. 0542571061, 0542571061. I'll pick my last caller, and then I would zoom straight into the business of the day. We're talking about the World Cup draw, and we promise to give you a solid build-up ahead of tomorrow's draw at 5 p.m. And you can trust Sporty FM to deliver super coverage of tomorrow's event, coming to you from the JFK Center for Performing Arts, Washington, D.C. Let me get onto the lines. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Michael from Leeds.
Michael, let's hear you.
Everything cool.
Fantastic. We do.
Nathan will come.
Oh, Nathan will be back. Nathan will be back.
Hey,
He's enjoying small, so you know.
But I didn't ask so this Saturday go do the viewing party.
For the Premier League?
No, F1.
Oh no, we are not doing a viewing party. The race is on Sunday, but we are not having a viewing party. But you know, once you've brought it up, we'll pick it up with the F1 team. But there's the F1 community viewing party. The venue is not confirmed yet, but okay. I'll make sure I give you that information tomorrow on the show, so you know where the F1 viewing party is going to be. The F1 motorsport community. I'll let you know where their viewing party would be for the weekend. So I'll definitely update you on that before we end the show today.
Okay, because I'm sensing a surprise.
Okay.
Something go happen. Yeah,
right.
Best happen go win.
Right.
Yeah, and on the World Cup group, I want Argentina. I want Norway, then Australia.
Okay.
Then Ghana go out, so maybe it will be the third best place team because surely go beat Australia, then maybe draw against Norway. But Argentina there, go lose, so that won't be okay. But then my issue is about Accra. You see, every day we have been talking about fans trooping into the stadium. The FA are not doing their work. But then if you give us such results like this, will it encourage the fans to go to the stadium?
No.
You see, against True Life, there you go play some, like, players be where they know they start. They go lose. So how will it motivate the fans to go to the stadium on the next day? You see. So our teams will stop doing that. It discourages the fans because normally we and Kasana, the EPL line, they take one mind already. Then small to you to they do these things. How you go to motivate us? So my issue be say, we the youth we do right now, they should forget about us and start inculcating the league into the younger ones. That one they go work. Because if we see this results like this, it never go encourage us to not go to the stadium. So they should put things in order so that our teams will stand well, so that it can motivate the fans, so that you can go to the stadium. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael, for joining us on the show this morning. So in-house, we put together, our own draw predictions. Your favorite sports presenters all delivered theirs. Your favorite producers also did. Your favorite newscasters all delivered their draw predictions. Flyboy, I didn't see yours. Flyboy doesn't like predictions. Okay, so Gary Al Smith, he put Argentina, Switzerland, Norway, and Ghana. So world champions Argentina, Switzerland, Norway, Ghana for Gary Al Smith. Nathan Kwao, Brazil, Switzerland, Qatar, Ghana. Hey, Charlie. Don Carlos, Brazil. Kelvin also answer France, Colombia, Norway, Ghana. So there's Mbappe versus Benjamin Asari. There's Haaland versus Benjamin Asari. Good luck. Emmanuel Amga, he wants to stay in USA. So USA, South Korea, Scotland, Ghana. If the Black Stars find themselves in a group like this, I'm sure they can survive. And that was from Emmanuel Ayamga. And Raymond Yamado had Canada, Japan, Paraguay, Ghana. Interesting group. This is a group that the Black Stars should be able to manage. We want to go back to Canada. We want to go to Canada. So Canada, Japan, Paraguay, Ghana for Raymond Yamado. Angela Mensah, Germany, Australia, Norway, Ghana. Germany, Australia, Norway, Ghana for Angela Mensah. Okay. Now, this is the killer draw. Yao Ofosulabi, aka Kawawa, Argentina, Croatia, Norway, Ghana. Kawawa, why? Kawawa, Argentina, Croatia, Norway, Ghana. This is a very tough one. No? And this one came from Yao Ofosulabi, Kawawa. Hey, Charlie. Now, True Blue, Nana Kwame Labi, he says he wants to go to Canada and not come back. So, Canada, Australia, Scotland, Ghana. Nana Kwame Labi, Canada, Australia, Scotland, Ghana. That's a manageable group. Yeah, Ghana should be able to survive. I think Ghana against USA or Canada, any of those hosts should be fine. Mexico, Mexico, no. You don't want to be drawn against Mexico. In fact, we don't want to be drawn against Mexico for footballing reasons and non-footballing reasons. Non-footballing reasons, Ghanaians don't want to travel to Mexico. They want Canada or USA. So if it's for footballing reasons, Mexico will beat us. Non-footballing reasons, we don't want to go there. And now, Michael Asarigwedu, England, South Korea, Panama, Ghana. Hey, Michael. Now, we know we can beat England. We can beat South Korea. We can beat Panama. Then we progress to the next stage. Not bad. Eustace Niakwe, a.k.a. Nami. USA, Colombia, Scotland, Ghana. USA, Colombia, Scotland, Ghana. Well, I think Ghana should be able to manage this group. Well, because we are in Port 4 doesn't mean, all the teams we are going to meet are going to be tough. You could get the lack of the ballot, the lack of the draw. Nana Mankwa, she has Netherlands. Well, she's looking at an orange celebration. Netherlands, Switzerland, Paraguay, and Ghana. Not bad as well. We get to play against the likes of Memphis Depay. And then Enoch Fifi Fossen, he has, let me see, Germany, Colombia, Panama, and Ghana. Well, this is from the Sporty FM team. So Efsin says Germany, Colombia, Panama, and Ghana. You can send us yours, 0542571061. Send it via WhatsApp line, 0542571061, and we'll share with the rest of the world. Well, it's a good time to get into the discussion. Let me remind you, the draw is tomorrow at 5 p.m. Ghana time. 5 p.m. Ghana time tomorrow is a draw. And FIFA has lined up some interesting, some very, very interesting lineups of performances and also some interesting hosts for tomorrow's event. Rio Ferdinand will be there. Shaquille O'Neal will be there. Should be an exciting night. Let me get into a few of your messages. Well, yesterday, Priest from Wager predicted that Leeds were going to beat Chelsea by 3-1. And so did it happen. Oh, wow. Chelsea lost yesterday. I don't know if everybody's excited Chelsea lost. What is it with Chelsea? Is Chelsea the most hated team these days? They are the world champions, Well, so I have a message coming in from Nathan in Kaswa. Nathan says he wants Ghana to play Spain, Croatia, Norway. Wow. He said, let's go and test our capabilities. Let's go and test the capabilities of our technical team. No corner. This one is coming from Nathan in Kaswa. So let's see. Otoado gets to, stand on the touchline with De La Fuente. Ghana versus Spain. And interestingly, all the predictions I've seen, I've not seen Spain anywhere. I think everybody's afraid of Spain. We'll see about that. Before we get into the discussion, I have great news for you. This coming from C&J Classic. This December, if you want to look sharp for work, class presentations, weddings, or any special occasion, then listen up. C&G Classic, located at Medina Rolling Cycle, close to Pecula Heights, is your new plug for premium menswear. They have got quality tops, quality suits, tuxedos, corporate shirts, smart trousers, and classy dress shoes. Everything a modern gentleman needs to look his best, they got you covered. Their style is clean, elegant, and perfect for making a great impression. And the best part, the prices are very friendly and the quality is on point. So whether you are dressing for success or dressing to impress your girlfriend, your baby girl, or whoever, your wife, C&G Classic has you covered. Well, sometimes the women tell you, Charlie, if you don't dress well, don't come to me. And sometimes you have to dress better than the women. You have to look your best. You have to look good. Go to C&G Classic. Where do you find them? Well, you can find them at Medina Rolling Cycle, close to Pecula Heights. You can send them a WhatsApp 053 62 89 911. 053 62 89 911. Well, you can just, check out their Instagram page, luxurious_wear_GH. Check out what they have on their Instagram page, and, they do it. They'll deliver to you wherever you are. C&G Classic. Look smart, feel classic. Get ready, Ghana. The 2025 Africa Basketball Festival is 5 years and will be serving a stunning blend of elite basketball, live music, performances, and contemporary African fashion. 5 countries, 5 fashion brands, and 5 musical performances over 5 days. Now, Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, and USA will be playing in an electrifying basketball event. She Stitch, Beautiful Beneath, Fine Fits, Quad Woman, and Craft by Stancia will treat fans with runway moments that redefine urban fashion. 5 budding music talents will compete for cash and products, plus surprise performances. All these and more at the 5th anniversary of the Africa Basketball Festival, happening at the University of Ghana Basketball Court from Wednesday the 10th of December to Sunday the 14th of December 2025 from 3 p.m. daily. Event is sponsored by Glyco General Insurance, GTS Drilling, Tonino, Lamborghini Energy Drink, Indomie Noodles, Minimi Achomo, Lush Hair, The Luckiest Africa, Vena Mineral Water, Point Africa, Warrior King Watches, and Nescafe. Media partners GTV Sports Plus, Inconconsa.com, Ewa Sports, Sporty FM. And this event is produced by Right Sports Services and hosted by the University of Ghana Sports and Wellness Directorate. 2025 Africa Basketball Festival, celebrating the beauty of basketball, music, and fashion. And we are still talking about the FIFA World Cup draw, live on Sporty FM. And yes, the Black Stars have done the hard part of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup, and it's our turn to do the hard part of covering them from now until the last kick of the 2026 Football Mundial. Join your number one sports station, Sporty FM, throughout this first week of December as we bring you unparalleled coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw, which is happening at the JFK Center for Performing Arts, Washington, D.C., 5 p.m. Ghana time. From now until then, and even afterwards, get in-studio analysis, fan opinion, and solid first-hand information from our correspondents in Washington, D.C. And they'll be bringing you boots-on-ground perspective of the pods, permutations, and odds. On Friday, December 5, at 5 p.m., will Ghana be based in USA, Mexico, or Canada? Imota, where are we going? Canada, USA, or Mexico? Okay, so Imota says USA. Fidelis, where are we going? Fidelis wants to go to Mexico. He wants to go to Guadalajara. He wants to go to Monterrey. He wants to go and see, all the, the beautiful things in there. As for Mexico, when you go, you see things. So if you want to go and see things, let's go to Mexico. If you want to go and party, let's go to Mexico. If you want to go and have fun, let's go to Mexico. If you want to see greener pastures. If you want to go and see greener pastures and support the Black Stars, let's go to Canada. Let's go to USA. But you must come back. You must come back home.
Sporty FM.
I know after the draw tomorrow, the biggest disappointment or what would upset Ghanaians the most would be if we have a tough draw and we end up in Mexico too. Ending up in Mexico and getting very tough teams would annoy a lot of Ghanaians. Ghanaians would take a tough draw, and possibly stay in USA or Canada. They'll be excited. So get all your answers to these questions on Sporty FM's super coverage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw. This draw is supported by Pay Angel and Latina Travel and Tours. Pay Angel, helping you support home effortlessly while cheering the pride of Africa. And Latina Travel and Tours, your business and leisure gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition. Those of you who are planning to travel to go and watch the World Cup, yes, Latina Travel and Tours definitely is your one-stop shop for everything you need. They would help you get your tickets. They'll help you through your visa application process. And of course, they make sure they secure very good accommodation for you as you seek to travel to Mexico, Canada, and USA. And Pay Angel, all our bloggers out there, Charlie, you have to drop the cash. All my bloggers out there, these days, why? You are blaming the rates. You are blaming the stability of the currency for not sending funds. But Pay Angel says, don't worry about that. They have you sorted out. Pay Angel says, just send the money. We'll get good rates back home in Ghana. Just send the money. My bloggers in the States, just use Pay Angel. Download their new app. So they have a new app. Just download the app. Registration is easy. Using how to operate it is easy. Everything about the app is smooth. And this one is coming to you from Pay Angel. This is Sporty Breakfast live on Sporty 106.1 FM in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. And like we always say, this is your number one dial when it comes to everything sports in Ghana. 24/7, we have you covered. And our man, Emmanuel Ayamga, is on the line. Emmanuel Ayamga joining us all the way from Washington, D.C. You have to add the D.C. because there's Washington State and there's Washington, D.C. Ayamga will tell us where he is. And let me remind you, on the show today, we'll be talking about the English Premier League games we saw yesterday. Chelsea got beaten. Liverpool struggled to win. They picked up a draw in that game against Sunderland. Arsenal opened up 5 points lead at the summit of the English Premier League table.
Sporty FM.
Hearts of Oak were beaten in the MTN FA Cup yesterday, round of 64 clash. They were beaten by Division 2 side True Life. And Hearts of Oak have the habit of losing to, small teams in the FA Cup. Yeah, last season they were beaten by the team that eventually made it to the final. That was Golden Kick. They lost to Golden Kick last season. And this season they've been beaten by a Division 2 side, round of 64. That's bad for Hearts. For a team that holds the record of having won a lot of FA Cups. It's quite shocking. Well, let me get onto the lines and then welcome my brother Emmanuel Ayamga. Emmanuel Ayamga, welcome to Accra.
Hello, Raymond.
Yeah, I like your tone. Everything sounds different. Everything sounds American these days. Hello Raymond. I ain't heard you talk like that before. Ayamga, good morning to you and welcome to Sporty Breakfast.
Good morning, Raymond. Thanks for having me.
Where are you now?
So we are in DC, the Arlington area of DC.
Oh, okay. You're in DC, right? What are you doing in DC?
So I'm here with my senior colleague and boss Gary Smith to cover the World Cup draw, which will be held on Friday tomorrow.
Right. Ayamga, good to have you on the show. And Emmanuel Ayamga and Gary Smith will be bringing us live updates from the JFK Center for Performing Arts in Washington tomorrow. And they'll be joining us with all the exclusives, everything you need to know about the World Cup draw tomorrow. They have us covered right from Washington to Accra. And our exclusive coverage is proudly sponsored by Pay Angel and Litina Travel and Tours. I'll get to you, Emmanuel, I'll get to you in a bit. So, Ayamga, just bring us up to speed. Okay, so I think I lost Ayamga there, but he'll be in a bit. He'll share his thoughts with us on what's been happening so far. That whole trip, the arrival, what he's seen in Washington, the preparations that's going on ahead of the draw. What's USA looking like at the moment as they seek to host this all-important draw? Which countries are there? Which countries has he seen? We'll be talking about all of that in a bit. Like at the moment as they gear up to host next year's World Cup, and which teams they've seen already, which coaches they've met, which coaches have arrived. So we'll be starting our coverage of the draw right from now. Should be an exciting one. Nayamga will be joining me back on the lines in a bit. And Ayamga, welcome back.
Thank you, Raymond.
Great. So take us through the journey. The trip to Washington. How did it go? And then on your arrival, what did you see? Is America looking ready for the draw? And are they looking ready for the World Cup?
I think they are very ready. But on the trip, I think it was generally very smooth for me. Making the trip from Accra to Washington, and everybody was very helpful at the airport, getting through immigration and all that to my hotel. And on the preparations towards the draw, it's clear when you pass through the Kennedy Center, you see preparations ongoing over there. And unfortunately, I see when I was coming, I saw a few people also demonstrating on the streets of Arlington. I don't know exactly why they were doing that, but on the placards that they were holding, they were demonstrating about saving democracy and all that. But this is America, so you expect things like this. And there was a video that I captured. I'm sure we'll be posting it on our socials later today for you to see. But generally, it's been a very good atmosphere so far, preparing for the draw itself. And FIFA has put together a couple of events leading to the draw. They've flown a lot of superstars, and I'm sure you know that by now. You know that Rio Ferdinand will be conducting the draw. There will be Shaquille O'Neal also as an assistant conductor, and then Tom Brady, the NFL superstar. So there are a couple of events bringing in legends to have panel discussions. Yesterday there was one which had 1994 World Cup winning captain Dunga as in attendance to talk to journalists and all that. And then today there will be another one today which they'll be discussing about innovation, football development, and then impact. And then in the evening of today also, journalists will be flown to the Audi Stadium, which is one of the stadiums that hosts games in the MLS. And there will be a lot of discussions around that one as well later today.
This is
right. What should we expect as far as tomorrow's event is concerned from the team out there? So our listeners want to know what they should expect from Sporty FM ahead of the draw.
So it's going to be a massive coverage of everything that will be happening here in Washington DC, right from building up to the draw itself, talking to everybody that is available to speak to us, talking to the main actors of the game, and then also going into the draw itself as well. We'll be on the grounds in the mix zone and everywhere. So just expect Sporty FM to bring you all the updates. Again, there's also a podcast that we recorded yesterday, so I'm sure it will be played on the morning show today.
Yeah, we are going to play that in a bit. Yeah, but Ayaka, have you by chance met any national team coach, any national team, any federation president where you are? Have you seen anybody worthy of note? Maybe even from Team Ghana?
No, not yet. But then we'll be going there again this morning. It's around 3:51 a.m. here in Washington DC, actually. So in the morning we'll be heading to the Kennedy Center, where we'll be interacting with those who are there at the moment. So for now, we're not speaking to any coach or any federation rep yet.
Did you celebrate with Gary yesterday? Did you have any celebrations behind the scenes?
We are Ghana boys, so we have to make ourselves happy. So that's like I say, we make ourselves happy.
Well, tell Gary belated happy birthday to him. We appreciate him.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Yes. Gary, belated happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, the entire team celebrated you yesterday. Everybody was proud of your contributions and your support so far. And we wish you well. And we pray that bigger things come your way as you continue to grow. And so, Gary, once again from the team, we pray for God's blessings over your life. And we wish you well.
Thank you so much. On the celebrations aspects, so Ayamga and I came differently. We didn't come in the same way.
Okay.
Ayamga was lucky enough to come with a direct flight, So yeah. they the rich men, they came direct, and then we the you know,
you
we
did
the
you
people
did
that
trotro
God
in the
is trying
sky.
to. Yeah. So I came via transit, and so I spent my entire birthday flying because I left a day before on the second, and then I spent almost the whole day. You know, it was an almost 24-hour trip down here. As you may know, you know the direct flight is what 11 hours, right? Yeah. So Ayamga's thing is 11 hours and some change, and then mine was close to 20 hours. So I arrived around 5 p.m. America time, which was around 10 p.m. Ghana time yesterday. So by the time I finally settled, you know, into our hotel where we are now, it was around 11:30, close to 12, and we decided, because we wanted listeners to feel exactly our initial fresh reactions and everything we have experienced on our journey, just like this. And also for those who like to listen to us on our Spotify and so on, we recorded a podcast immediately, before eating or anything else. So I got to America before I did, around about 8 hours before I did, right? And I was able to do some stuff. So I came late, and so it wasn't possible to have any celebrations at all. I'd like to extend my thanks to the people at KLM. I don't know how they knew, but I suppose it was fairly easy because I'm sure they had my details. So on both the Accra to, you know, the Amsterdam leg and the Amsterdam to Washington leg, I was just on the plane and pleasantly surprised when one of the flight attendants on both occasions, you know, came and celebrated. I mean, they didn't do the whole thing that's we do in Ghana, right? Come and sing for you and come and, you know, they didn't do that one.
and they
didn't do
the
that
clapping
one,
and everything.
Yeah, they didn't do that one. I mean, you know, people are sensitive to that stuff. But it was really nice, and it was really thoughtful, and it made it a bit worthwhile. I posted it on my socials as well. So it was a really nice touch from the airline, and I do appreciate it. But yeah, as far as the celebrations go, I mean, we'll keep it for later while we look forward to ensuring that people get the best coverage possible from, you know, while we are here, and then ensuring that we liaise with the team on the ground to give people a good experience. And I'm sure, I mean, you mentioned at some point the places where we will be on the holiday, because I think Friday is a holiday.
Yeah,
right?
that's correct. Yeah, Farmers Day.
Yes. So we'll have 2 separate watch parties from what I'm told, and so that people can come and join us if, you know, they want to join us live on the ground, and then we can do that. But I had a questions you asked Ayamga as well about seeing people. I think the only thing that we have seen in relation to the draw area, and mind you, you know, we're in the DMV, right? Right?
Yeah.
So we're in the track, and so there's a bit of confusion whether 1 second you are in Washington State, 1 second you are in Virginia, you know. So we are as it were, but we are very close to Washington proper, like 15 minutes away from Washington itself. So we're in Arlington, Virginia at the moment, and I think we are 20 minutes from everywhere. That's important. Yeah. So we are like 15 minutes from the Kennedy Convention Center. We are 15 minutes from some of the other places that have been listed, because, like Ayamga enumerated, there are some activities before the draw to keep us to, as it were, immerse ourselves into the coverage of the draw to get an understanding of what is possible. So yesterday, for example, there was something for only embassies of all the 48 countries that have qualified. That was held I don't know exactly where it was, but it was held somewhere in Washington. So it was basically a security briefing for all the 48 countries, and I know that Ghana was also represented there by our embassy here. So a few of the staff reached out to me when I landed to let me know that, I mean, the Ghanaian embassy, if there's anything we need here, they are available to help us as well. So when I spoke to one of them, briefly, I might add, they they were saying that the thing was about just some of the modalities for all the countries for the. It was just a formality, so that they can tell their nationals like us who are come here the do's and don'ts that they may need in terms of the consular side of things, and make sure it's not for foul of any rules, because I mean you can imagine that there'll be a lot of security. This is America. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So that's it, Raymond. And we don't want to preempt a lot of the things we see on the podcast. I'm sure you will drop it right now.
There's no communication. There's no communication as to whether Donald Trump will be there. But have you picked up anything that Donald Trump would possibly be at the draw? Is it possible? Is it possibly going to be there?
I don't think so, because if the Donald will be there, we will know by now.
Yes.
He want us to know that he will be there.
Maybe that could be the surprise.
Yeah, but and also for the security arrangements that will happen.
Yeah.
If number one will be there, I mean, you will see things that number one will be there.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't hide it.
That's correct.
But I mean, with him, you never know.
Oh yeah. That's
with
it.
him.
But Gary, as far as the draw is concerned, for you and Ayamga,
you know that he wants to change the name of the clinic center to his name.
Oh really?
Raymond.
Yeah, Gary.
Yeah, he wants to change it to the Trump Center.
Oh, that. well, that would just be, a document you sign and then the change is done, right?
Sharp.
And that would be typical Trump.
Yeah, of course. But Gary and Ayamga, I mean, your expectations as far as tomorrow's draw. I've seen your predictions, and Gary, you have quite a very wicked prediction in there. I see Argentina in there. I see Argentina somewhere. I think Gary has Argentina, Switzerland, Norway, and Ghana. So Gary, why do you want to see Messi and Haaland torment Benjamin Asare?
And Haaland.
In short, so that when we score them, they won't forget.
Okay, that's fine. And Ayamga, you have quite an easy one. I'm sure you want to stay. You want to stay in the USA longer. So Ayamga has USA, South Korea, Scotland, and Ghana.
Yeah, I think that should be a major, The other teams in Pot 1, they are all strong, but I think the USA are the one that we need. And they are a team that they beat Ghana, so obviously they are players who something when they meet them. And then Scotland and then South Korea, they beat us in a friendly. I still think with our full strength we could be able to beat them. But
Gary, yesterday I was following reactions online, and the Americans seem to be interested in Ghana. They want Ghana. They want to revenge the 2010 defeat. It still hurts. That 2010 defeat, it still hurts them. They want to revenge. And Lalas was saying, oh, Ghana is not a good team these days.
Make it there. Make it there.
But guys,
you'll be there.
It's been a pleasure having you. We'll get into the podcast right about now, and hopefully, as the day goes by, I'm sure there'll be updates coming from Washington, and we wish you all the best, and we pray that everything goes just as you've planned, and you guys enjoy yourself out there, and you've a chill small after the work, small chilling.
This is Sporty FM, voice of sports.
Yeah. Before you sign out, tell Fly, I have a box pop for him later today on what Lalas and Donovan were saying. So we'll go on the streets of Arlington and ask the Americans if really they want to meet Ghana again in the World Cup.
Right.
Tell Fly, I have something for him. It's coming.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. And Ayamga, have you taken Nyankwe's instructions?
No, please. Can I ask a question?
Please ask.
On that.
Please ask.
please, for the transparency we want to give to listeners, should we give the instruction that you told Ayamga to? Should we say it on air this morning?
No. Ayamga post it on the social media and
Sporty FM.
Yeah, but we would like to say, Raymond, thank you to Pay and Jill, Pay and Jill, and to Latina Travel and Tour for their support. That they will be our partners in this journey, in a big way for the World Cup, and so we are really, really looking forward to working with them. And as you may know, even from listeners paying at coverage, it's not been easy for Ghanaian media to even get people here from Ghana. So the most anybody has, if I'm not wrong, is one. So to have two people here, it's testament to our commitment as Sporty to do things the right way and to ensure that, one person is good, but for those, Raymond, you've been a journalist yourself, coming for big events like this, usually the more people you have on the ground, if possible, in Lotto terms, the better your chances of winning, right?
That's true. That's correct.
So we know a few of our colleagues from other media houses have been able to come, but nobody has been able to bring two people. So bringing two people has been really, really important for us to do. So we thank all the support cast that enabled this to happen. For seeing that it's possible, to Latina Travel and Tour for buying into the vision, and also to Pay
and Jill. Yeah.
It's Pay and Jill as well. So thank you, Sam, while you get ready to play the podcast.
Right. I wish you guys the best and have a super day. It's already morning. It's already morning.
Us up at 2:30 a.m. You woke us up at 2:30 a.m. and we are now finishing. So we are very tired.
No, but so this is how it's going to work.
Before we start morning,
you are going to start feeling sleepy when it's time for us to go to bed.
Go to work.
Yeah. So when America is awake, you now try to be sleeping. It's normal. It's normal.
Yeah. But as you were saying, we are here for work. So please, anytime you need us.
Yeah, sure.
We are your carpet. Step on us.
Right.
Anytime you need us, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., please call us.
Please,
we'll deliver for you.
We'll do that.
That's why we are here.
Gary, do you want us to end up in Mexico or Canada or USA?
Ooh. So I want us to start in Mexico, do round of 16 in Canada, and then one for the quarterfinal going. We to that side in the USA.
Guys,
that would be nice.
With Argentina, with this Argentina.
Yeah. No, but if we meet Argentina, I'm pretty sure it will be based in the USA.
Okay.
So I have a theory. I avoided saying anything I have said on the podcast so that it will be fair. I say this on the podcast. I have a theory, Raymond. Even though they have not said it, I have a feeling that there is an arrangement on the draw such that certain groupings will be in USA and certain teams I cannot prove, but if I am FIFA, I will do that behind it.
Yeah.
To ensure that the probabilities will ensure that Ronaldo primarily at some will be in the USA.
Okay.
If I am America, do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
I can't prove it.
Sure. Yeah, but
but I'm feeling that those two.
Definitely, I mean, it would help the competition if they work it out that way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, there hasn't official communication or communication to that effect. Yeah. I suspect that is what will happen. So if we do find ourselves in a group with Argentina, especially, I am sure we will be based.
And I think I agree. I think it's why, apart from the host nations who know the times and venues for their matches, the other countries in the tournament will know the day after the draw.
Yeah.
So I think they will do that.
They'll cook it. They'll cook it.
Yeah, it should be easy for them to do. Yeah, of course, it should be. So, guys, we'll catch up again. We'll catch up again as the day goes on. It's a developing story. The whole World Cup draw is a developing story. So we'll catch up with you guys as and when you have updates for us. We are, of course, the voice of sport. So 24/7, we are working. You guys are also out there working 24/7. So we wish you well, all the best, guys, and we'll catch up soon.
Thank you very much.
And we just caught up with Gary and Emmanuel Ayamga, who joined us from Washington, D.C. And they'll be covering the World Cup draw tomorrow. They'll be bringing us up-to-date information. They'll bring it up to speed on everything that's happening right from today through to tomorrow and even after tomorrow, because there's still a lot of work to be done even after the draw. And so stay with us on Sporty FM 106.1 in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. They have it sorted out. And this week, between now and Tuesday, we'll be talking a lot about the FIFA World Cup draw. Before we know where Ghana will be playing, before we know which group Ghana will be playing in, which teams Ghana will be playing. After the draw, we'll now come and analyze Ghana's chances. We'll do a bit of analysis on what Ghana can do in the group, how far Ghana can go in the tournament. We'll be discussing all of that on Sporty FM. We are the voice of sport, so you can trust us to bring you up to speed on everything that will be happening in Washington. But yesterday, immediately the team touched down, they had to put together something for us. They had to put together everything they've seen, everything they are expecting, everything that would happen as far as this draw is concerned. They put that together in a podcast I'll be playing for you in a bit. So stay tuned. Enjoy Gary and Emmanuel Ayamga as they put us, as they bring us up to speed on everything that's happened in the USA so far, as far as their coverage of the World Cup draw is concerned. And let me remind you again that our exclusive coverage is brought to you, and we are supported by Pay Angel and Litina Travel and Tours. So they are proudly behind us as we bring you live updates from Washington. Let's listen to the podcast for a bit, and we'll come back to wrap up the show with what happened yesterday in Europe.
Podcast. My name is Emmanuel Ayamga, and I'm here with my senior colleague Gary Smith. Hello, Gary.
Hi.
We are coming to you live from DC.
Code DC.
How was your flight, though, Gary?
Yeah, very long. We are literally on the other side of the world, and I just checked in, properly settled in with you 20 minutes ago, and we are here doing this because we need to catch Ghana in the morning. It's 8:31 p.m. here, but it's plus 5 hours, which is
1:31 a.m.
1:31 a.m. in Ghana. So we want to finish this and ensure that it's ready to play during the Sporty breakfast, and then on all the bulletins
and on Spotify as well.
And on Spotify ahead of the draw, which is on Friday. So that's why we are not resting. No rest for the wicked, and that's why we are here. The scenery is quite interesting, huh?
It is.
Apart from the fact that it's about 4 degrees.
Yeah, very cold, Gary.
Yeah,
I'm sure you are used to it, but I'm not.
I'm a typical Ghanaian boy. So I can never be used to it because I've not lived. Of course, you travel and go and come, but I have not lived outside the country. There hasn't been a period where I've gone to school for a prolonged period in any of these very cold countries. So. Yeah, I'm not used to it.
And because our audience are not seeing us, can you tell them what we are wearing as we are here?
Oh, yeah, we are layered.
Very, very layered.
We are layered. Guys in his Sporty group. Yeah. I'm sure you guys have seen it on socials.
Heavy.
Yeah, I usually wear mine, but I just changed it for my hoodie as well, my black one. I am guys in his red one, and we are overlooking the south side of Arlington. People are going. Rush hour is over, so it's 8:30. Like I said, people are going home. The traffic has thinned, and it's generally, we are on the quiet side of DC.
Yeah, very quiet.
The quiet side of DC. So it's not a very bad place. It's not a bad place at all. It's the quiet side. For those of you who know DC, we are on the opposite end of where the gangsters are. So we are quite safe.
It looks like Christmas came early for them as well. I see Christmas trees all around where we are.
Yeah. But even before we came here in Ghana, you see a lot of the shops have started putting Christmas decor and things around. So. And in this part of the world, I mean, they start Christmas way earlier. They start their Christmas
after Thanksgiving.
Right after Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving was last week or within the last 10 days or so. So, the business for us is a World Cup draw. That's why the two of us have flown all the way here.
Yeah.
And I don't know how excited you are about it.
I am very excited. So let's dive straight into it, Gary. Let me run you through the pots, and then we dive into previewing the groups, and then the potential groups that each team can find themselves in. So pot 1 there's Canada, there's Mexico, there's USA, who are the hosts for the tournament. There's also Spain, Argentina, France, England, Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, and then Germany as well. Then pot 2, you have Croatia, Morocco. Surprised, but then they're in pot 2 based on how they've done well in the last couple of years. There's Colombia, there's Uruguay, there's Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, there's Iran, there's South Korea, Ecuador, Austria, and then Australia. Then pot 3 has Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and then South Africa. And then in pot 4, there's Jordan, there's Cape Verde, and then there's Ghana, Curacao, Haiti, and New Zealand. I mean, the last 6 have not been determined yet because they will be playing in the European draw and then the Intercontinental draw as well. So those are the ones. But Gary, let me ask you, if you are to propose a group for Ghana, which of these teams from pots 1, 2, and 3 would you want Ghana to meet in the group stages?
Well, I mean, there's a podcast already playing on Sporty FM where Edubia asked me, and then our artworks have already gone out showing our predictions, so people will know what each of us prediction. But for those who have not heard, I went for Argentina, I went for Switzerland, I went for Norway, and then Ghana.
Did you choose these options because you thought they were exciting games to see?
Exciting, yes.
Or you think the Black Stars are capable of beating these opponents?
When the artworks came out for all our predictions for the team members, the PA of the sports minister, Wanda, who is a regular guest on Sporty,
Wanda
Mandel said, these are all the people who don't want Ghana to succeed. Because very few of us on the team picked quote-unquote easy options. I thought they were quite exciting. And for me, look, because of the kind of regime we have with the Black Stars at the moment, I have a reverse psychological feeling that if we get a team like that, collectively, we'll take it more seriously.
I agree.
You see, if we get, I saw some of the team members saying Canada, Paraguay, some relatively what you would call easy on paper. Knowing Ghana, we will take it and we'll say, we are joking with it, and it will joke with us. But if we have Argentina in our group starting Friday, and it is confirmed that we are facing Messi and we are facing Haaland in one group,
the players will step up.
Not just the entire system, the entire populace, our collective psyche will go in a certain direction. Between now and when we will have our first game, even the decisions we take on the dual nationality players, it will be informed by the fact that you are going to face Messi and not just anybody. I was paying attention to Sicho on the plane. I was streaming the Sporty Drive, so I was listening to him on the plane, and he made a good point that every team in pot 1 is better than Ghana, including Canada.
Of course.
So people shouldn't say that, we are going to face. You see,
why have you chosen Argentina when we can possibly get Canada, which would be no. Canada are there because they are better than we are.
Yeah.
Over the period. So my take is that whoever it is we get, it will keep us on our toes and make us a better team. But yeah, so those are my picks for the draw, and I'm sure people have seen the other ones as well. But there are other teams that we say
I went for the USA because obviously, I mean, we have a history with them, and I think once the World Cup is being hosted in USA as one of the co-hosts, I just feel like Ghana playing
but
the
then
USA.
We are going to be playing. If we play the USA, we'll be playing against 14 players.
Yeah, I know. But we've done against them before. I mean, they are people. They are a team that we know. Yes. And they know us as well. The last time we met, they beat us, but I think we can beat them this time. Well, like you said, if the players are up to it and they come up with the right mentality and character, definitely we should be able to go past the USA. I feel like, they are just like Ghana. I don't know, but I feel like the USA and Ghana have so many things that are very similar.
And was it Landon Donovan?
Yeah.
And
Donovan
his panelists,
and Lalas and the other guys saying they
all seem to say they want Ghana
again. Yeah. And they seem to think the Ghana team that beat them wasn't the best. But that one I disagree with. I think their 2010 team was one of the most well coached sides that we had. Sure. But let's move on to the next one. Ghana has never beaten a former world champion.
That's a very big
all the
one.
teams that have won the World Cup previously, not even in friendlies. I mean, we faced Brazil in friendlies countless times. We've never beaten them. England, we had one draw against them. And in the import one, the only teams that are not world champions are the three hosts, and then you have Belgium, and then the Netherlands, as well as Portugal. The rest have all won the World Cup before, outside of the hosts. Do you think that Ghana meeting any of the three hosts is a better option than meeting any of the other countries that have won the World Cup, since our record against them is very terrible?
Meeting any of the three hosts is definitely a better prospect than winning former world champions. And the former world champions list currently reads like a who is who of the best even now in the world, with the possible exception of Brazil. Because the former world champions we have met and never beaten, even in a friendly. One, in no particular order, Spain. You've never beaten Argentina. You've never beaten France, nor England.
Yeah.
Best we've done is draw England, and then Germany. You see, we've also drawn Germany
too,
in the World Cup. Then there's Brazil. But apart from all these guys, apart from Brazil, who on paper are not who they used to be, but between now and I see very interesting things happening to the team. And
it's
pin 4399. Yeah. So for those listening to the podcast, like I said, I just arrived and I'm hungry, and I ordered an Uber Eats, some small Chinese food, and he was asking me of the pin that I use, and that's it. So I mean, this is live podcast environment. We're actually seated in the lobby of our hotel. And so I was saying, I would rather face either of the US, Mexico, or Canada than any of these teams. Because Spain can beat, they are one of the favorites to win the entire thing.
Yeah.
England, the way their manager is moving mad.
Back-to-back Euros final as well.
Yeah, and the pragmatism
they didn't even consider going qualifying.
Yes. The pragmatism in the team. That's what I don't want to talk about it because the greatest of respect, the Albania and the things but they are a very good team.
Yeah.
And France, well, there isn't much to be said about France. Germany, definitely not the Germany we know, but they are also on a slow resurgence. Systematically, from a system point of view, you don't want to meet them. And that is why the answer to your question is that I'd rather meet any of the three host nations than these ones.
I think same for me. Like I said, the US, I want the US. And I think the Black Stars have a date with them. And then let us now move on to the rules surrounding the draw. For the first time, FIFA has imported a rule from tennis where you seed some of the teams. So the top 4 teams, in particular order, like you have Spain, you have Argentina, France, and then England. Those are the top 4 teams ranked on the FIFA ranking outside of the 3 co-hosts. So if you have, these countries cannot meet each other provided they top their groups until the semi-finals. Do you think it's an advantage to them and doesn't bode well for the other teams, considering that FIFA is supposed to be fostering fair play among all teams?
Well, FIFA is supposed to be fostering fair play, but don't forget also that they want to give the best value to the teaming supporters also, which is why, like you said, this is something that has been imported from tennis, right? The various sports are not shy of adapting things that will work for them. Our own VAR is elsewhere called Hawkeye.
Yeah.
You know, rugby is called something else. Yes, but we've imported it because we think that it's going to improve on our game. Certain elements have been picked up from certain things. There has been talk for a long time, which we have seen in football, of captains being the only people who can talk to
the referee.
That is a rugby thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and some of those other attributes that we keep borrowing from other sports. Has this worked for tennis? That's the question we should ask. If we are copying as football, if we are copying from another sport, did it work for them?
It did work for them.
It did work for them. Yeah. Why did it work for them? It worked for them because it's almost guaranteed that the best players will have to prove themselves all the way to the end, increase their ratings, develop the storylines and the narratives, and ensure that the best teams do not meet the best players do not meet each other in the preliminary rounds or the formative stages of the Grand Slam or whatever championship it is. And you always want to see the big four in the final four. That is what you want. You know, then if somebody beats the big four, you know that that person truly is an upset. Let's bring it to the World Cup. With this rule, it means then that the Frances, the Argentinas, right, of this world have to go through the preliminary phase and prove that they deserve to be at the best, at the very end, to meet the very best. When it gets there, it's not a double jeopardy. It is a pure knockout competition where when they say these two teams are playing, you are going to close work early. Tell your boss that you are going to watch football, give some, that's the sort of thing. And I think that for me, it's a good thing. We bash FIFA a lot about a lot of things. However, I think that this particular one is a good thing, especially with the tournament expanded to as much as it is.
I agree. I think 48 teams, definitely you have some games that nobody would want to watch. But again, everybody deserves a chance. So if those teams are eliminated, in the end, you want to see all the big teams at the latter parts of the tournament where you have the big games there. So for TV, for the money, and for sponsors, I think this is a good decision for them. Let's now move to the African interest. Aside from Ghana and Cape Verde, the other 6 countries that are there are all either in pot 2 or pot 3. Do you think it boosts well for them having a favorable
other 7 countries?
Other 7, sorry, I said 6. Other 7, Do you think it boosts well for them, being in pot 2 and 3? Because in the previous format of the World Cup, most African countries were in the last spot because of our ranking, and we've been having a very low rank compared to Europe and the South Americans. But now that it's expanded, you have African countries being in as high as pot 2. Do you think that is a good thing going into the draw, for them having a favorable draw as compared to previous tournaments?
Look, the arguments about the pots, they are always going to be debatable. Some people feel that you are as good as the person in front of you, the team in front of you. So you can be in pot 2, you have 3 other opponents, and you would have a stinker. We've seen that in previous World Cups with the African or which other teams as well. Can be in pot 4. Be prepared between now and that time. Do what is right and make sure that you qualify out and you have a breeze. Senegal in the last World Cup, they were in this pot Group A with Qatar. They were able to sail through. Even though they had was it the Netherlands also? In that, I think in Group A as Ecuador as well, and they were able to sail through. They were well prepared. They knew what they had to do. They planned. Most importantly, when I spoke to some of the Senegalese at the time, they plotted their way out of the group. So they knew that this game, the probability of winning is this %. This other game, the probability is higher. We put more attention on that game and ensure that is a must win, and so on and so forth. Look, I've forgotten which calculation. It's a calculation. The World Cup is a calculation.
I think they learned from the 2018 edition where
it's a calculation.
It is the Germans. Based on,
if you read the book called Dash Reboots, the Germans typically do well in these competitions because they plot their way to the end. When they meet you in the group stage, sometimes in previous World Cups, they know that beating you increases their chances of meeting a Brazil or whoever their favorite in that tournament is. They don't want to beat you. They'll play for a draw. So that they'll be second runner up, meanwhile Brazil wants to be top of the group, all those things. That is how to play tournament football, because the aim of tournament football, Ayanga, is not to impress. It is to win.
Yeah.
That is what probably African teams must realize. And then, based on that, if you are Morocco and you're in pot 2, you look at your strengths based on who you are given and plot your way out into the quarterfinal or whatever. If you are in pot 4, you do same. If you are in pot 3, you do same. So my answer to your question is whether you are in pot 2 or pot 3 is advantageous. Yes, it may be. But if you are given a certain opposition and between the 5th of December till the day your first match kicks off, you don't have the requisite preparation, the pot does not matter. The pot does not matter. And for me, I'm hoping that, for the purposes of, the GFA, are understanding this. Tournament football is not something that you leave to chance. You are going to face, let's say my group, Argentina, Norway, Switzerland. You have a mathematical model. The universities are there. Or, there are mathematicians there. Oh, yeah. You can crunch numbers. Based on today's whatever, super computers, large language models. You get my point. It gives you a proper breakdown of why you shouldn't bother too much about beating Argentina, because on the show
you focus your energy on the other team.
On a certain Switzerland or something there. Yeah. And you see there will be scientific reasons why, which will then determine whether Otuado is picking Emmanuel Ayamga or Gary Al Smith for right back during the World Cup. You see, those are the decisions. Because look at the AFCON collapse that have been made. The South African coach said he dropped certain players not because they are not good, but because if he looks at the kind of opposition they are going to face, South Africa have taken, if my notes are right, 2 uncapped players. And he has given specific reasons why he has picked those players rather than 2 other players who played in the qualifiers. So if it were Ghana, we say, about qualifiers, you are not helping him. But he explained that, Hugo Bruce explained at the press conference that these people helped, but now we are going into the main thing. So you see, that is how tournament football is planned for and is made. Outside the sentiment, and we are going to reward somebody for... No, that's not how you play tournament football. So, pot 2, pot 3, pot 4, pot 1. It is what you do and how you prepare between the 5th December and your first game. That, in our opinion, matters.
Okay, let's still stay on Africa, on the African interest. In the last World Cup, we realized that Morocco nearly went all their way in the semi-final. They lost narrowly to Spain and then finished 4th eventually, which was the first time an African country has gone to the semi-final stage. In the last 3 years, we've seen them. They came to the AFCON. They couldn't really live up to expectations. Do you think that in the last 3 years, any African team has superseded them in terms of performance and will do well or match what they did in the next World Cup?
I think that objectively, I don't think there's any African team that has, since the AFCON.
Ivory Coast may have won it, but obviously we know they are not the best.
Sure, to the extent that we may well now make a case for the fact that Morocco's performance in the AFCON was a blip. All things considered.
I agree.
All things considered. Yeah. The way they have gone about executing their qualifiers and their games, their general games since then, with playing against, whether it is African opposition or on the rare occasion they have played a European opposition, shows that something just went awry that they didn't get right at the AFCON. Right. But whatever preparations they use for 2022, they can simply replicate that and ensure that they have the structures in place. Now, this AFCON will do a whole lot for them. Today, the news came out about the kind of infrastructure that Morocco are going to use. it is clearly, you see, if other teams that are going to this 2025 AFCON are not going to use that tournament as a dress rehearsal for the World Cup, Morocco are saying that as for us, we are giving ourselves the best chance at a world-class environment in order to do well when it goes to the USA. Yeah. That is what they are doing, you know. So I don't think there's any team that will say that Nigeria, we know they have retrogressed since they finished second in that final due to a combination of factors, a potpourri of factors, the bonus issues, the fact that they have had too many coaches who have tinkered with the team, and so there is no cohesion, there's no continuity around, and so there's a bit of fragmentation. Some of the top players have their heads elsewhere, and so it's not doing the business. Who else can we name? Senegal have been imperious under their new boss, Pape Thiaw, or as they say, Pape Chow. Right. However, questions remain about whether it is after the AFCON that we can tell. Yeah. And he has been
an
good.
aging squad as well. Mane,
yes.
Koulibaly.
He's lost just one game. That was the recent one that ended their unbeaten streak, which was going to, if they had drawn or won, would have helped them continue to be the longest to still have the longest.
I think it was against Brazil, so maybe not the best of Brazil sides, but again.
No, but it was Brazil. But that was a good test for them.
Yeah, it was a good game.
We can liken it to our Black Queens playing against England and losing 2-0. That 2-0 loss is a win in many people's books. That loss against Brazil was very, very good for them, because it certainly takes them away from being complacent as local champions and playing against a storied team that may not be in form and losing and being the reality check they need. So, just to cut it short because the podcast is getting long, Morocco, I think, is the best. They are the team to beat. And, I don't think that's, anybody else can on paper say that they have a better chance of doing better at the World Cup. Things can change.
All right, let's wrap up with the qualifiers, the playoffs. Italy are there. They are ranked 12th in the world, but then they will put in pot 4 just because they couldn't qualify automatically. Then we have our own DRC, who also could make the cut. And if they do, we'll have 10 teams for Africa. What would it mean for Africa to have 10 reps in the World Cup?
Well, it will be just another number, first of all. I mean, we have always pined for an increased representation. If we are given it, then that would be nice. It will then be left to us to justify those numbers. We have just seen the completion of the Under-17 World Cup. Africa had 10 teams.
And 9 actually made it out of the group stage.
9 made it out of the group stage, but then after that, what happened?
Of course.
Okay, we had, there was diminishing returns, and it was quite steep as it went on. We got to the quarterfinal, and it wasn't bad. But these are the sorts of performances we need. Under 20 level 2, we saw Morocco went all the way and won it. So there's a justification for that. But at a senior level, where the best of the best resources, equipment, technology, and players come together, do we have what it takes? That's the question. So if you have 10 teams, that would be fantastic. And from the way the pairings are, initially I said I didn't see DRC, beating their intercontinental opposition. But now, looking at who is there, if DRC don't win, it will be a problem.
I think Bolivia might trouble them if Bolivia do make it to the final. But I still think DRC should have enough to get
Yes. So I don't think that it's beyond Africa to do something. But if we are not able to get a sizable number out of the group stage, we have no business asking for an increased representation. And Europe will always keep saying that, yes, even though we have bigger numbers than you still should not have 10 teams there, because you still don't justify it.
All right. Yeah. Gary, thank you very much for joining.
I just wanted to touch on something. Apart from this normal stuff, what I want to see at this World Cup draw, because I was in 2022, that was my first World Cup draw, attending a World Cup draw in Qatar. The sheer media representation, and that was 32 teams. Can you imagine the media representation of 48 teams? It's going to be chaotically beautiful, and those are the sort of things. The the mix of cultures, the wide-eyedness, making friends professionally, and contacts and all that. And we hope to be able to transfer and transmute all that through these podcasts, through our news reports, and through our socials and stuff as well. And look out for us also on Sporty TV, where we'll be corresponding with the Sporty Show and Sporty Live between now and the end of the draw and even afterwards.
All right, Gary, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ayamba, for having us.
This has been a special edition of the Sporty FM podcast. This one was mainly on the draw. It's more like a preview to the draw for the World Cup, and we'll bring you another one after the draw as well, Gary, right?
Yes, instant. So
thank you very much for joining us.
Our hotel, very, very cold and 4 degrees.
Gary, at the frizzle.
Charlie, if I do a good, Ayamba is wearing very, very thick socks, but he's wearing shorts.
Yeah, I'm dressed like Mohamed Ali when he came to Ghana. All right, guys, so it's bye from us here in DC.
All right, bye.
That was Gary L. Smith and Emmanuel Ayamga joining us all the way from Washington, D.C. They put together this podcast as they begin to prepare for tomorrow's draw. The draw would be held at the JFK Center at 5 p.m. tomorrow, Ghana time, 5 p.m. And by the close of day, we'll know which spot Ghana would be in, which group Ghana would be in, and which teams Ghana would most likely be facing at next year's World Cup. And of course, we'll know which country Ghana will be playing in next year's World Cup. Kelvin is here with me. Kelvin, quick thoughts on everything we've heard so far.
Well, I think it's going to be quite interesting. This is the maiden edition. We saw the Under-17 World Cup having the maiden 48-team tournament, and yesterday
you were at that draw.
Yeah, yes, I was. It was great, we're thinking that it was going to be too loaded, it was going to be complicated, but if you have proper organization, which FIFA showed at the Under-17 World Cup at the Aspire zone, it was just phenomenal. Maybe because everything was in one zone, so it was quite easier. But this time around, let's not forget 3 different countries. The kind of conditions you may have in Mexico, you may not have the same conditions in Canada. The kind of conditions you have in the United States, you may not have the same conditions in Canada. So we'll just wait and see how things will pan out from there. But I think this expanded edition only gives a lot more teams to to play more matches, more money to FIFA, and then to make the competition a bit tighter. But like I said, it all boils down to it. Africa may have 10 representatives if DR Congo managed to sail through. So we'll be waiting for it to looking at, what the bits and pieces of what will happen. But obviously, yes, I would wait. Tomorrow is not too far. Get to know the groups, and then we can delve much more deeper into the strength of, each other team. But obviously, the big gangs will always be there. The big gangs who are favorites will always be there. Argentina would always be there. France would always be there as favorites. Spain would always be there as favorites. And England are looking, they are looking a bit robotic under that Thomas Tuchel. But let's wait and see what will pan out from there. But I think that, yes, FIFA know exactly what they are doing. Amid the controversies of, the United States allowing some citizens or some nationals into their country and others not into their country, it's also another question. But we just hope that all that is resolved and we wouldn't have, lots of reservations and stops for many people in there. But, we just wait to see, how smooth this progress would be, because at the Under-17 World Cup draw, it was smooth, it was seamless. Julian Draxler was there to help with the draw, and it was just smooth and easy. The modalities were very clear, and I think FIFA has made us know the modalities for these ones. no African team is going to face each other in the group, just like the South American. The only ones who can face off is the Europeans. You can have 2 Europeans in one group because they are 16 in number, and the groups are only 12. So you have 2 European sides in a group. Yesterday, I saw some remarks from people on our posts, our predictions of the World Cup, and they're like, you people, you are not serious. How is it that 2 European nations? Calm down. 16 nations coming from Europe, 16 slots for them. So obviously, if 12 are in each group, you expect the 4 to be thrown away into an oblivion group. No, you are going to have So they should just calm down at times to just understand these things. Tomorrow, we will just explain it further, and I'm sure you've heard the explanations from Gary and then Ayamga, who are also there. So hopefully tomorrow you're going to have that extensive coverage, and then you'll get to know a lot more. But people are praying that Ghana should have an easier group, and then you see if we can progress.
Right. That was Kelvin also speaking there. But Kelvin, I wanted us to spend a bit of time talking about the Premier League games we saw yesterday, and maybe if we can do this quickly in like 5 minutes. And what do you make of Arsenal's performance against Brentford yesterday? What do you make of Chelsea's defeat to Leeds? And then Liverpool's struggles at home. Again, yesterday they drew 1-1. Let's quickly wrap up with all of that.
Well, I think Liverpool's case is still going to continue. And Sunderland, let's not forget, they've been a very good side this season. They've been causing lots of trouble. Difficult to beat them, It will take you extra energy. And look at how they stalled Arsenal's continuous win run and then made them concede. You could just clearly see that they were on top of their game. And Liverpool are still trying to find, the right mix, of players to get the result. It was good enough that they managed to get the equalizer off that deflection on Nodi Mukiele from Florian Wirtz's shot. But clearly, Liverpool need, a lot more games. The players who are expected to pull up are still not, getting the very best from it. But let's see, the Arsenal team. Very good team. They made lots of changes. Bukayo Saka was on the bench. Martin Odegaard came in. There was Noni Madueke starting. In defense, they are missing the services of very good players. And quite surprisingly, Mosquera too got injured, and then Julian Timber had to come in and then play in central defense. But Arsenal still managed to get the job done because Ben White played on the right-hand side, and then Calafiori, after his poor first half against Chelsea, was back in there to do the do. So what I believe, with the Arsenal team is they are trying to grind the results. And this is an Arsenal team that a year ago, will be dropping points against some of these sides. Yeah. But now they are winning. And they are performing good too against the top sides, which clearly gives you an indication that I think Arteta is getting to know which areas or which games that he needs to, get the victories. It was quite nervy, good save from David Raya, and then Bukayo Saka came on to score that goal. I think many are complaining he was a bit selfish and all that, but I think once the ball entered, he did enough to get in there. But hopefully, going forward, he would be passing the ball. Now, to finish off with Chelsea. When they drew against Arsenal, lots of noise, lots of, bragging. Yes, if we stayed 11-11, we would have beaten Arsenal. They would have lost the game. But we told them that what we saw from that second half wasn't the narrative the Chelsea fans were pushing on air or pushing across the various socials. If you sit back and watch the game closely, they virtually did nothing. They did not create any opportunity. They just sat back to clear the ball, go long, try to find Pedro Neto and then Garnacho. And even with that, how many times were they successful? But they came into this game thinking that they could bench Reece James and all that. It's more like they prepare certain players for certain games and after that they push them. I was quite surprised. If you say Reece James is a proper right back, and many were comparing him to Julian Timber, play him at right back instead of Chaloba. And the team was in 6s and 7s. I'm like, how do you put a team in 6s and 7s like that? It's quite strange. It's quite surprising that Chelsea were that poor. And I'm sure Leeds United identify the flaws. Let's high press them. Let's give them that, not let them be comfortable. That was what happened. And Chelsea started making blunders. Look at Tosin. Look at that. Enzo Fernandez. I always say it, for a player who has been bought with that amount of money, if you cannot complete a phase 1 build-up against a team like Leeds United, then what is that, talk about him being the best without Moises Caicedo in the team, looking so flat? Nothing. And I think many teams have started realizing something, which Bukayo Saka showed the rest of the world, that Kukurea only thrives. And I'm sure many have seen this. He thrives on being bullish against his opponents.
Yeah.
And the referees have constantly overlooked that.
Yeah, that's true.
And that is bad. Yesterday, everyone could see how terrible it was because, Leeds United also decided to show up.
Yeah.
They decided to go the hard way against them. And it was quite difficult for Chelsea. I think Chelsea are miles off their very best. Maybe they would have the edge preparing for the big games. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Someone will say, yes, you won't give it to the big boys, but I'll give it to the local area boys. That is exactly what seemed to have happened.
Right.
But, it was great performance, great result for them. And then going forward, we'll just wait to see how the rest of the campaign will be in the Premier League. Tonight, Manchester United against West Ham.
Yeah.
United welcoming Cunha, and it's been confirmed by Ruben Amorim that he's welcoming, his central attacking midfielder. West Ham United, we've seen West Ham under Nuno Espirito Santo, trying to build up the pieces. They are more revitalized than they were under David Moyes, Graham Potter, and now they seem to be knowing whatever that they had to do previously. He has the men. Unfortunately, he's missing Paqueta, all because of his foolishness the last time.
Yeah.
But I think he still has enough quality to cause trouble against Manchester United. United cannot afford to drop points again. They are playing at home. Now the players are back. He's welcoming them. A very good victory last weekend.
It was good to see Martinez back in the fold.
Well, I think, yes, it's good to see
Great
him.
addition to his team.
Great addition, and he adds up a lot to that defense. And he's a player you can trust that even if I'm missing or I'm lacking, quality players at the back, I can just keep him there and then he'll do the job. United's problem, is still with that midfield, and the midfield doesn't seem to click. Buying players, Casemiro, with all his experience from Real Madrid and Brazil, is struggling. Ugarte.
Kelvin, it's not that the midfield is not clicking. The personnel in that midfield are not good enough.
No, wait.
Fernandes cannot be playing in that midfield.
Casemiro
at his
I think he can play there, but you play him as a CAM.
Yeah, so
I think the coach is failing to get the right mix, because if you look at certain teams and the kind of combination, the kind of players they put together to play, and then Manchester United struggles against them.
And Casemiro is, his best days, his best years are behind him.
And that is why he should be getting the best out of Ugarte
and Kobe Meno, possibly.
But do you think the coach is really putting them in the? I think he's putting, what do they say? It's square pegs in round holes, yeah. And it's not working. He needs to quickly readjust.
Because he needs bodies in that.
And you see, he's been saying that it's not the back three. It's not the back three. If it works for you 1-2 games, it doesn't mean that everything is solved.
No.
We saw the problems again. They reoccurred in the last game.
No, the problems keep coming.
Yes.
The only thing is that United are not conceding as many goals as they normally would. But, Kelvin, we'll be back tomorrow to talk a lot more about the Premier League.
But are you winning?
My team is Gala.
Are you winning?
My team is Gala.
Which Gala?
Galatasaray. So I move between Karabag and Galatasaray.
Come on for there.
Come on, thanks for your time on the show this morning. Good to have you.
Pleasure, bro. But I don't know, they should go and stay cool tonight. It's a win for West Ham.
Hey, Charlie. Immortal is not happy.
He's not what?
He's not happy with his prediction.
All his teams are not doing well. Okay, United to Manchester United. None of them.
And his love for Hearts too. Hearts too are breaking his heart.
Heart of Folk, yeah. All the production team. You see why they are there? All of them Hearts of Folk fans.
And this is still the Sporty Breakfast live on Sporty 106.1 FM in Accra, 102.5 in Takoradi, and 91.3 in Kumasi. It's a good time to get into another discussion, and we'll be speaking with the Ghana Blind Sports Federation. Well, if you never heard, let me tell you about the Ghana Blind Sports Federation. They have an event coming up over the next few days. It's called the Go Ball National Championships, and they are here to talk to us about it. I'm joined in studio by Lislav Kumsin. She's the PRO of the Ghana Blind Sports Federation. Lislav, good morning to you and welcome to Sporty Breakfast. Good morning. And I'm also joined on the phone lines by the president of the Ghana Blind Sports Federation, Anthony Jenin. Anthony, good morning to you and welcome to Sporty Breakfast.
Good morning, and many thanks to you.
Great. Tell us a bit about the Ghana Blind Sports Federation.
Okay, so the Ghana Blind Sports Federation is the organization that trains, develops, and then organizes games for blind individuals who have the passion to do sports.
Right. And how long has the federation been
it's been there for some time, but we just got rebranded. We just got new people on board, and that is early somewhere this year. But blind people have been doing sports for a while now. Since 2008, we started Go Ball and other kinds of games. But this is a renewed people with a lot of energy to ginger the spirits of blind athletes in Ghana.
Right. So if we talk about blind athletes, what was the motivation for you to actually put them together and get them involved in sports?
Okay, so with you, it's easy for you to watch your footballs and get excited. You join people to do jogging and the rest, all those kind of walkathons and all the things you can call it. But we don't have that luxury as everybody else. So we decided that apart from education, there are other people who also would have excelled in sports if they were quote-unquote able just like you. But we still feel that since the developed world have thought of the blind athlete, blind individuals in the world and have developed certain games, why don't we also explore and see how convenient it will be for the Ghanaian individual who also ordinarily would not have excelled in academics or even doing well in academics, still has some inherent abilities that can enable that person to do sports. So we have identified a few of them, many, and then we decided that let's see which games are easy to do now in Ghana, and then Go Ball came to mind. We also explored Showdown. Showdown is a blind table tennis, and then we also know blind people are doing well in cycling, that is tandem cycling. And then, yes, there are many other games, just that some of them are not well developed in Ghana. But Go Ball is very much developed, and we have a lot of people with that passion.
Right. Let me speak to Lislav. And Lislav, when we say Go Ball, what is Go Ball?
Now, you see, when it comes to sports is broad.
Yeah.
Even Go Ball itself is broad. And I don't know if you've seen blind or physically challenged individual playing or involving themselves in sports before. Go Ball itself is natural. It comes in a very, I don't know how to say it for you to understand. It's similar to football, but then you have something to be pushing the ball into the net, right? So you are blindfolded. You don't know what is going on. Of course, they are blind people. And then you have your stake and then try to push the ball inside the net. It's beautiful. I mean, I had the chance to experience it, and it was amazing.
Right.
It was amazing.
So tell us about the Goalball National Championships.
So the Goalball National Championships is coming on the tomorrow to Sunday, which is happening at Cape Coast. We are going to have reps coming from all the 16 regions, about 160 individuals coming from all the 16 regions. So after the competition, we are going to have only one winner, which will proceed to the international stage.
Oh, so there's an international competition to look forward to as well. Now, how long have you been organizing the championships?
For a while now, about a few years. My president can answer this better.
Anthony, let's talk a bit about the championship. How long have you been organizing the Goalball Championships?
It does normally happen every year if we get the support. For continuously, blind people have engaged in this kind of competition for about 8 times. But this is the only time that all 16 regions are coming together to play.
Oh, okay.
This is the only time the 16 regions are meeting at one place. And the 16 region comprises men and women teams.
Okay.
So all 16 regions are presenting men team and women team. So after the competition, the women category will be awarded with a cup, and then the men category also same. And then we have winners, other incentives for best player, best defender, and all that.
So I'm just a bit curious. So how do they get to train? How do they get to prepare for competitions like this?
Okay, so within the regions, we have volunteers we call coaches, and these volunteers help their athletes within the regions to train. And then we organize at the national level, we organize the national competitions. And it is in the national competitions where we select the best from all the regions to come together to be the national team.
Right. So as we speak, this competition would also serve as a platform for you to figure out your next national team. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So is it open to the public? Who can...
Very much open. Very, very much open to everybody. It is happening at the Cape Coast Sports UCC Sports Complex.
Okay.
The UCC Sports Complex. The whole place is going to be decorated in the colors and banners of our sponsors and ourselves. And we will start right from the main gate at the UCC. People can have a view of what is going to happen, and we encourage people in and around Cape Coast to come around and see the blind in action.
Now let me bring in Leslov. Leslov, has it been easy getting support, sponsorship for this championship?
It has not been easy. When it comes to sports, sometimes it's difficult to get funds.
Yeah.
Talkless, blind support.
Sport, yeah.
But we've gotten a few sponsors. We have Ghana Gold Board on board.
Gold Board?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then we also have Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
That is supporting us.
You have very, very solid supporters.
It's the funds that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, okay. So, a bit of acknowledgement to the Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana for supporting the Ghana Blind Sports Federation. But what's your expectation of this year's competition?
It's going to be amazing. I want to experience the Gold Ball in a different way. I want to feel it. I want to, love the experience. And this year's championships is going to be amazing and exceptional.
Right. President Anthony Jenin, what are your expectations this year's event, and what next for the Ghana Blind Federation after this competition?
Okay, so we are going to experience the best of all times that we have experienced this in Ghana, because this is people with renewed energy. And also this time, a lot of the regions are joining, so it means that the experience isn't going to be the same. What's next? We are hoping to host the West Africa Goalball Championship in Ghana somewhere in May next year. And we also are likely to collaborate with the Korean Goalball Association to play in Ghana.
Okay.
So there are a lot of international related activities on our calendar come next year.
So,
but when Lisla was mentioning the sponsors, we also have received a bit of something from Ghana Port and Harbour.
Oh, okay.
But you see, all put together, we have not even get 1/3 of what we expected. But we are still going to see how manageable this could be.
Right. And we wish you all the best. The time of the event again, and date and time again, if you could just remind our listeners.
Tomorrow, the 5th of December 2025 till the 8th of December 2025. Tomorrow till Sunday. As we speak, some of the regions from far places have set up already, and they are headed to Cape Coast.
The event venue again?
UCC Sports Complex,
right,
inside the University of Cape Coast.
Right. Thank you very much for your time, Anthony Jenin, President of Ghana Blind Sports Federation. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you all the best.
Many thanks to you. Many thanks to you and your listeners. Thank you.
Right. And that was President of Ghana's Blind Sports Federation, Anthony Jenin, speaking to us about the upcoming events, the Goalball National Championship slated for UCC. That event will be happening at the University of Cape Coast in the Central Region, and it starts from tomorrow through to the 8th of December 2025. And PRO of Ghana Blind Sports Federation, Leslav Kumsen, is here with me. Leslav, your final words?
We even though we've had a few organizations coming in for us, would urge all of you, would urge more. We urge that more organizations will support and then make this a successful one.
Right.
Event.
And we'll be happy to, as always, give you time to do your advocacy and get a lot more people on board.
Right.
We are Sporty FM, as always. Our doors are open, so any support you need in terms of getting people to hear about the Ghana Blind Union, we're always here to provide support to you. Okay?
Thank you.
Right. Have a good day, and I wish you well with tomorrow's event.
Have an amazing day as well.
You too. All right.